Thank you, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. When Madhya Pradesh is full, the Uttar Pradesh won't work. So, one of the difficult session is to do post-lunch or pre-lunch. Pre-lunch people will be hungry, and post-lunch people will be full. So I want to take the session a little lightly, so that I'm able to connect and leave some thoughts with you. Andhra Chamber of Commerce, I call them entrepreneurs. See, they are a very, very different and a difficult, very different breed. My mother belongs to Rajamandri. So Rajamandri, there are a lot of beautiful women from Rajamandri, Jayaprada being one, and my mother being the second. So that is where the connection for us, that point of time it used to be Madras Presidency. And that's how the Andhra and Tamil Nadu, I think all the southern states have got their own very special linkage in its own way. I think it's a wonderful play. It's a great pleasure and privilege to meet you all. Nothing great in this world can be made without infrastructure. Infrastructure can be created only by when you have money. And to create money, you need entrepreneurs. That is why I fondly call entrepreneurs as the new age freedom fighters who will pull India from the shackles of poverty. Entrepreneurs are the new age freedom fighters who will pull India from the shackles of poverty. During a normal time only, doing business in India is very tough. In Corona time, it is even more tough. Whoever is entrepreneur doing business in India should be given Bharat Ratna. So that is how much difficult is doing the business in this country. We celebrate the birthdays, we celebrate the weddings, we celebrate the baby shower. Actually, what we should celebrate is business showers. Whenever a person is starting a new business, the entrepreneur community should come together and celebrate that business, the entrepreneurship in him, and that's what is making it very special. My journey with entrepreneurs obviously started off with my father. I'm from a small town called Kadalur near Pondicherry, in a large middle class family. And my father's primary business is to buy pharma products in bulk and put it in small packets. He's a very innovative entrepreneur, very curious entrepreneur, always looking for new ideas and new opportunities. He was traveling to Singapore to attend an exhibition. Fortunately for us and unfortunately for him, he was carrying a Tata bottle shampoo. The bottle broke and it soiled his entire dress. Instead of blaming the Tata bottle maker or the shampoo maker, he said, hey, here is a problem. Can I fix it and convert to an opportunity? And that's called entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not about an MBA degree. It is not about having lakhs of money in your bank account. It's not about a Tata Birla surname. It's about your ability to think different. Can you look at a problem and say, here is an opportunity? Then you are ready for entrepreneurship. Remember, I told you my father bought pharma products in bulk and put it in small packets. Here is, he thought that he made his own packing machine. He made his own shampoo formulation and packed India's first sachet shampoo and called it Velvet and launched it to the market. Last decade, India Today came out with an article about 50 revolutions which changed India after independence. My father's sachet innovation was number 8 in that. That was one of the most gratifying moments for us. He said something very interesting. He said, what a rich person is able to enjoy, the poor person should be able to afford. Those days, shampoo is considered to be a luxury. It was available only to what you call the high class people. Packing it in the shampoo, he created that business at the bottom of the pyramid, and that's what has transformed the FMCG industry itself. And his friends and his well-wishers, so-called well-wishers and so-called friends, I'm not disputing that, but in a limited way, the vision was small. They said that this should be patented, and you should patent the sachet idea. He said, no, I don't want to patent it. This sachet idea should be available in every product. That is what is needed for this country. And today when we see that happening, that hanging shop, across the country. We silently thank the father because at that day he decided not to patent it. I think it is so important as an entrepreneur. I think it is the individual's welfare is engulfed in the society's welfare. Today we are in a situation where the individuals are doing well. The question is the society doing well? There are 4 Indias. The first India is what I call the power India, where the bureaucrats, where the what I call the ministers, where the politicians, where all the middlemen are there. The name changes, the game will continue. The second India is what I call the poor India. 50% of Mere Bharat Mahan is living in a subhuman condition. They don't even have the basics. They don't have the basic education. They don't have the basic health care. They don't have the basic shelter. They don't even have the toilet. 50% of our 140 crore people are living in a subhuman condition. But we are not bothered about it. Okay? But the power India and the poor India are in nexus. The power India wants to keep the poor India poor, and the poor India is looking for some handouts and some waivers. What the poor India actually requires is education and employment. A government cannot and should not create jobs. One of the problems this country is facing at this time is a government is trying to create jobs. A government cannot and should not create jobs. Job creation is an entrepreneur forte. Only entrepreneur can create high quality stable jobs. That's the duty of entrepreneur. Making money is incidental. Then I come to the third India, which is the power of the new rising middle class, which most of us belong to. Our parents have not lived a great life. Because of the technology changes and globalization and so many things, we have started living a rich life, BMW, 5-star hotel, air travel, international, everything is possible for us now. But our parents have not been able to do that. Which brings me to the fourth India, which is the entrepreneur India. Entrepreneurship is your ability to think different, your ability to use minimum resource and achieve big dreams. Entrepreneurship is not about having lakhs of money and starting a business. It's your ability to have minimum resource and achieve big dreams. Nature, when it adds difficulty, throws in brains also. Using the brain, the entrepreneur will solve the problem, and by solving the problem, he will create jobs, he will create employment, and he will take what you call business and life forward. The fourth India, which is the entrepreneur India, should partner with the third India, which is the new rising middle class, and come to power India to give solution to the poor India. That is why I call entrepreneurs as the new age freedom fighters who will pull India from the shackles of poverty. I finished my college and I joined my brother, Dr. C.K. Kumaravel, and I was a young restless kid. I used to be going and telling him new ideas every day. Instead of dismissing the idea, he will dismiss me. He will say, "You are too young." I used to be very claustrophobic. Is my idea correct, or is my brothers were not wanting to give me space? And in life, you have got 2 choices. You can discuss or you can decide. People who discuss don't decide, and people who decide don't discuss. I decided to start my own business. That's the beginning of my entrepreneur journey. And he said something very interesting, and that's what was my, the base of my life. He said, if you want to be successful in life and business, be unreasonable. Be unreasonable. A reasonable man adapts himself to the world. An unreasonable man makes the world adapt to him. So all the progress in this world is made by unreasonable people, period. Rain fills the size of the vessel you carry. Keep a spoon outside, rain will fill a spoon, a tumbler outside, a bucket outside, a river outside, a ocean outside. What is the size of your dream? Do you want to make lakh of rupees a month? Do you want to make 5 lakhs a month? Do you want to give job to 100 people? Do you want to be best in Tamil Nadu? Do you want to be the number 1 in the country? Or do you want to leave a mark in this world? It takes as much time and energy to lead an ordinary life as it takes to lead an extraordinary life. Might as well lead an extraordinary life. There is a beautiful scene in the movie called Pursuit of Happiness. In that, the father, Will Smith, will get a basketball gift to his son. Next day morning, the father and the son will get into the basketball court. This young kid will dribble and try to shoot the ball. The ball will not get into the basket. The father will scream, "Hey boy, you can't shoot now. Don't try. You need to grow." And he will walk out of the court. And he will look at the boy. This boy will again dribble. This time he will throw the ball. The ball will get into the basket. The father will come into the court and put his arm around the shoulder and tell this little boy, just because the world thinks they cannot, they will tell you you cannot. If you have a dream, go ahead and shoot it. Do not listen to this world. And that's the lesson I got from my brother at that point of time. After that, I want to talk about two quick things. One is a good thing and another is a bad thing, which happened in my business journey. I'll talk about the bad thing first and then talk about the good thing. The bad thing is we are all Indians. We are good people. We are God-fearing people. We are not God-loving people. Especially when we have more problem, we love God a lot more. Tomorrow exam is there, we'll go and break one coconut to that Ganesha as if that fellow is waiting for that. Okay, I had more problems in business and money problems, so immediately I became one big Ayyappa devotee. I went to Sabarimala every year. When I had more problems, I went twice. That poor fellow Ayyappa didn't help me. So I came down and I changed. I changed to Balaji. I went up to Tirupati and I bribed that guy. That Balaji also didn't help. So I came down and I went in search of these Allahs and the Jesus and the astrologer and the numerologist and the gemologist and this vastuologist. Already I was poor. These people made me even poor. That is when I went to Ramakrishna Mutt, saw a picture of Swami Vivekananda. Below the picture it was written, to me he is not an atheist who does not believe in God. To me he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. For the belief in God starts with the belief in self. I got the message what I wanted. Started believing in myself. Slowly but steadily my life started changing. Today there is a Monday God. Some gods are powerful on Thursdays. Some gods are powerful on Saturdays. Some gods are powerful in the morning and some gods are powerful in the night. Some gods will come home, bless you, take some money and go away. There is a tamasha happening in this country in the label of God. Ours is the only country where the first bribe is to God. And the first corruption is God accepting the bribe and not honoring the commitment. There was one guy who was praying to God every day for 3 years. Every day he was praying, I want to win a lottery ticket, I want to win a lottery ticket, I want to win a lottery ticket. One day God got very angry, it seems. He came in his dreams and told, first to go buy a lottery ticket. Keep on praying and praying and praying and not doing any work. What can that poor fellow God do? Today my routine is 5 minutes, pray as though everything depends on God. Rest of the waking moment, work as though everything depends on me. I think God did not create man. Man created God. But it's a useful creation. Minus that creation, the world will not be together. Rich people beg inside the temple. Poor people beg outside the temple. Whether you are rich or poor depends on where you are begging. God is not the author of your destiny. God is a co-author of your destiny. First is self-belief, then is God-belief. That is the lesson I got from my life at that point of time. The next one is, it happened when I was in class 7. My father told one line on the go. He told that business success and English are related. Here is a Tamil medium boy, and father is a role model, want to be like the father, and he says business success and English are related. So I started reading Hindu paper, only that sports page I can read, nothing much. And then I went to Coimbatore, bigger college, co-ed college, bigger city, co-ed college, English medium. I was like a fish out of water, not knowing what's happening, but slowly but steadily got adjusted to the new environment. And I used to bunk most of the classes. One Professor Tyagarajan used to take class like that without any book. One day he was talking about a book called Future Shock by Alvin Toffler. In that the Alvin Toffler predicted whatever is the digital revolution, what we are enjoying today is predicted by Alvin Toffler way back in 1970s. And one of my favorite Alvin Toffler quote is, he says, so nice, which is very relevant at this point of time. He says, the illiterates of the 21st century are not the ones who cannot read and write. The illiterates of the 21st century are the ones who cannot learn, unlearn and relearn. Corona has come and told us, boss, whatever you are doing before Corona, after Corona, life has completely changed. Don't come with the old rules because life has changed, people have changed, the world has changed. Are you willing to unlearn? Are you willing to relearn? Are you willing to learn something new? Not with the new old thing, it will not work. In business, life has completely changed. For instance, the Zoom call, what we are digitally, now we are connected all over the world. when the Skype at those point of time was Skype was the thing. Earlier for making the trunk call, it used to be very costly. Then Skype came and it made everything no cost. And during the early 2000, when Skype was testing one video call, at that point of time they had 20 lakh audio call customers. They have to disconnect all the 20 lakh customers to give one line video call to test it. That is as much bandwidth which was required to test one bandwidth. Today we know watchman is not even sleeping, he is watching only movies. So that much changed the Zoom calls and the data, and India is the highest data consumption, cheapest in the world, youngest country. There is so many advantages. If you look at India has got that kind of advantage is there for us. The point is, are we willing to unlearn and relearn is what is the thing. I went and bought that Future Shock book, 440 page book. So far I would have read some 40 page. Every time I try to read one half page only, I will sleep off. And so far 40 page only I can read. But I was in search mode. I was, I went to my favorite bookshop called Landmark. It's ironic now it is closed. I browsed that counter and I saw one book titled Innovative Secrets of Success. I love these two words. One is innovation, another is success. Since both the words are together, I took that book. After that, my life changed. I opened that book. It was not a book. It was an audio cassette. I got a Walkman, put this cassette into this Walkman and started listening. First time I heard an English guy speak in a language with which I can understand. After that, audio learning became my habit. Today, I have got more than 1,000 audio video collections. For the past 30 years, I am investing into this habit 3 hours every day. That's why I am standing in front of you and speaking. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. That is why all the first rank holders, gold medalists, will be working for average students and backbenchers. That is called life. Life does not belong to the gold medalists and first rank holders. Life belongs to the backbenchers and the average student. Why it works? Because after studying so hard, these gold medalists and first rank holders want to take some rest and want to chill for some time. By the time these continuous education guys come into the picture and they start running the race, and it is like the hare and the tortoise race. We all know that hare and the tortoise run the race. Hare goes and takes rest and the tortoise finishes. Unfortunately, the race now is not between the hare and the tortoise. The race is between one hare and another hare. Chinese hare is running, African hare is running, European hare is running, American hare is. There is no time for slow and steady. You have to be fast and steady. How are you going to do that? For that, continuous education. How much the Jim Rohn says it so beautifully, one of my all-time favorite. He says, you are an average of 5 people with whom you associate on a daily basis. You are an average of 5 people with whom you associate on a daily basis. Your wife, your brother, your neighbor, your friends, your boss divided by 5, that's you. If you want your life to change, these 5 people have to change. And that is possible, but who are you meeting now? What forum are you attending? What books are you reading? What video are you seeing? What are you learning new every day? Stephen Covey puts it so beautifully. He says, 50% of your current knowledge is irrelevant every 2 years. That means if you are not learning anything new, for 4 years you are at ground zero. How many people are learning after the college? And that's the difference. All leaders are readers. So today, the beauty of the audio learning is you don't require, you can convert all your downtime into uptime. If you want to read a book, the lighting should be good, nobody should be disturbing, and that's when you can read some 30-40 pages. See, the beauty of audio is I'll put my earplug here, let the world go to hell. I converted all my downtime into uptime. My walking time has become a learning time. My driving time has become a learning time. My waiting time has become a learning time. That's why I was able to rob 3 hours every day from my day. We keep on going in the car and we keep listening to this Ilayaraja music and A.R. Rahman music. We listen to them, only their life will change. Our life won't change. If you want our life to change, how we are converting our downtime to uptime. And that's what has the audio learning helped for me. Each one can find their own method. But today with a what you call the social media, the so many cassettes and the audios and things like that are available. I've got Tough Times Never Lost by Tough People Do by Robert Schuller, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. If you are going to read one book, read that one book. Be proactive. What do you call the habit number 1? Begin with an end in mind. Habit number 2. Put first things first. Habit number 3. The first 3 are private victory. First you have to win as a person. Then you go outside and win. Habit number 4. Think win-win. Habit number 5. First seek to understand, then to be understood. Habit number 6. Synergize. Habit number 7. Sharpen the saw. 1, 2, the beauty of this 7, what do you call the Westerners, is their ability to put in 1, 2, 3, 4 number. All these, what do you call the habits, what I told is available in Bhagavad Gita, it is available in Dhammapada, it is available in Holy Quran, it is available in Bible, it is nothing new. But the way in which they have sequenced it, and that's what is important. Success is like knowing the combination to your number lock. If you put the number right, the lock will open. The lock won't mind whether you are a male or a female, black or a white, rich or poor, educated or uneducated. As long as you are able to put the number lock in sequence, the lock will open. And that's what the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey has put it there. And that one book is a classic. And what you call listening to that book and then reading it, then internalizing it, then using it. You had 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's how you go through life. And I want to share one, 4-step lesson what my mom taught us. The first one is, as a parting thought, first one is, be an eternal optimist. It is not once in a while optimist, or when things are going well, being an optimist, anyone can do it. The glass is half full or half empty. Depends on how you are looking at it. Can you look at the glass as half full always? Be an eternal optimist. It is not once in a while optimist. The optimist learns more. Because he learns more, he has the right information at the right time. The optimist tries more. Because he tries more, he is invariably successful. Optimist persists more. Because he persists more, invariably he is able to hit the right button. Be an eternal optimist. Second point she was talking about is value people. People are very important. Especially the people who are physically, mentally, financially, psychologically, socially below you. Pull them up. Don't push them down. Call the driver by name. Celebrate the maid's birthday. Little things can change lives. Can you pull them up? And that's what is the duty of people who have arrived in life. People who have got money and knowledge have to be shared. Are you ready to do that? Value people. People are very important. The third one is the most difficult one, which will appear very simple. It's called be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. What you feel, what you think, what you say, what you do, and what you report having done should be the same. What you feel, what you think, what you say, what you do, and what you report having done should be the same. That's called be true to yourself. And last one is enjoy life. Don't take life seriously. Life is not an ordeal. Life is a celebration. Look at life and enjoy life. A lot of people take life very serious. No. Life is to be enjoyed. Every day should be a celebration. And that's the 1, 2, 3, 4 point she says, one of my, this thing is take pictures. It's a very simple, very powerful way to enjoy life now. Like I say that in life and selfie, find your own place. Life has kept a, imaginary frame. We will not be able to see that. Whereas when I keep a selfie frame and keep it something like this, unless you come into the frame, I won't be able to take your picture. Same is life. Life is kept an imaginary frame. Are you ready to put your hand up and say, I want my position? Otherwise, life is I used to think till 30, 40, when life is very unfair, you should be well connected, you should do blah, 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 all those things I used to think. Then I realized, no, nothing like that. Talent is the greatest equalizer. It is not born for so-and-so, son of rich, that and all is not required. Today, the Natarajan bowler from Salem has become popular because of his talent. Talent is the equalizer. If you build a talent, nothing in the world can stop you. Dhoni, Where is he come from? One Ranchi, unknown place. Today, where is he? That's talent. Everything is possible if you keep on improving your talent. Talent is the greatest equalizer. There are a lot of times we think he's got a silver spoon, golden spoon, I am not lucky, astrology chart. No, I'll leave everything out. That talent, where you identify your plus point and you keep that. World is fair in long run. We all take what you call account daily and we think that world is very unfair. No. World is very fair. But world is fair in the long run. In life, long cut is the shortcut. People who take the shortcut will keep on coming around and around in circle. People who take that long cut will take a little more time, but eventually they will arrive. And that's what is my life lesson. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I end with one of my Abdul Kalam's favorite quote, which is, your entry into this world can go unnoticed. Your exit should not be. Live life king size. Live life queen size. Together, let us build a beautiful India. Thank you so much and best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Now the floor is open for Q&A. Any questions?
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah. My name is Vasan. I represent a company called Agraharam Groups. Thanks to you, it was a very motivational session. And young entrepreneurs like us, it adds more value to meet you in person. And I belong to a family from village, sir. And thanks to you, the barber shops in village still is under improvement stage. You made the barber shop in very luxurious model. What is the suggestions for the village shops, sir? How do we upgrade that into a segment like yours?
No, village is a great opportunity. As I told that the entrepreneurs, the biggest thing is wherever they see a problem, they convert an opportunity. And village, in India, there is left, there is a problem, right, there is a problem, middle, there is a problem, above, there is a problem. 138 crore people and lot of people live in village. They also see the same television, same mobile phone, same cricket. They also want to lead the same life. So whatever is available in city, you go and give there, they will be very happy. They have money. Contrary to the what they call popular belief that India lives in Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta. No, India lives elsewhere. This is only some 15 to 20% of population who doesn't know how to live. Actual India is living in that 85% of the people are living in villages who are looking for products and who are looking for solution. As a solution maker, you should go over there, identify a problem. First question to ask is, I have got a 5-step formula for any identifying a business or any this thing. First question to ask is, what problem are you solving? Don't look at when you start a business, where is money? Look at what problems are you solving. Bigger the problem, bigger the entrepreneur. Smaller the problem, smaller the entrepreneur. Second point is, what is your solution to the problem? That is the second step. Third step is plan on paper. Fourth step is proof of concept. And fifth step is scaling. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step I look at for selecting a business or not selecting a business. I remember 3 years before, I walked into one of my salon. In the morning, I wanted to have a quick shave in the morning, and I wanted to have a quick shave. I walked into one of my salon, and the receptionist did not recognize me. I was half happy, half sad. So I went in, the first person also did not recognize me. This time I felt more sad. I walked in and I met the second person. Thankfully, that fellow said, sir, please come and sit. I don't know whether he's treating me as C.K. Kumaravel or as customer, doesn't matter. So I said, I want a quick shave, boss. And he said, sir, are you C.K. Kumaravel? I said, thank you very much. Yes, I told. Sir, I was wanting to come and meet you and say thank you to you. I thought maybe my franchise partner has given him some salary increment or my training team has given some special training. I asked him for what? He said, I am in this industry for 14 years. First 4 years I was working with my father. My father was called a barber. I was called a hairdresser. I joined Naturals. I became a hairstylist. Then I became a style director. Today I became the salon director. The way in which the way in which I started looking at me has changed. The way in which the society looks at me has changed. The way in which my family looks at me has changed. I think for that I wanted to come and say thank you to you. That is when I realized I unknowingly touched a taboo activity and converted to a lifestyle activity, and that's what a naturals for you. I always used to say that there are 5-6 largely unorganized business. What naturals have done, we have not done anything new. Salon, already people were going, cutting hair, all the tamasha was happening. We organized the unorganized business. And you identify a lot of unorganized business around you. In India, that's why I told a florist, how many people poo katrada nalla organize panna, what do you call $1 billion opportunity. Bakery, fruit shop, florist, some laundry, what do you call tailoring. These are all large unorganized opportunities in India. Sweet shop, இதெல்லாம் அங்கங்கே இருக்கு. அதை வந்து ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணி அதை ஒரு நேர்த்தியா நான் சொன்ன அந்த 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 மாதிரி நம்பரை போட முடியுமா? If you are able to put that, I think that is what is becoming a business. Then is that, as I told, what problem are you solving? What is your solution for the problem? What is the plan on paper? Proof of concept and scaling. இந்த 1 2 3 4 5 ஃபாலோ பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி வந்து பிஸ்னஸ் வந்து ஸ்கேல் ஆகும். And India tremendous opportunity, and we are living in the much opportune time. இந்த ஆதார் கார்டுனால வந்து நடந்த நல்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இன்னைக்கு எல்லாரும் இந்தியா 140 crore பீப்புளுக்கு இன்னைக்கு ஆதார் கார்டு போயிடுச்சு. அது ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய நல்ல விஷயம். அதனால வந்து இன்னைக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இன்னைக்கு வந்து அந்த யூபிஐன்னு ஒரு இது வந்து அட்டகாசம் பண்ணுது. இன்னைக்கு வந்து வாழைப்பழம் வாங்கினா 5 ரூபாய்க்கு வந்து சார் கூகுள் பே பண்ணுங்க அப்படின்றாங்க. அந்த அளவுக்கு இந்த கூகுள் பேவும் ஜிபேவும் தி மணி ஹஸ் பிகம் எலக்ட்ரானிக்கலி. இன்னைக்கு நான் வந்து ஐ வாஸ் ஆல்சோ பார்ட் ஆஃப் அ பொலிட்டிக்கல் பார்ட்டி. டியூரிங் தி எலெக்ஷன் தி மணி இஸ் தேர். அவங்களும் இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நாளில் ஜிபே பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ அட் திஸ் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம் உனக்கு வந்து அந்த இடத்துல வந்து இன்னும் வந்து ஏன்னா if you want to clean a stairs, the cleaning should happen from top. The cleaning cannot happen from bottom. We are trying to clean from the bottom. That's the problem of this country. Okay, so உங்களுக்கு வந்து இந்த ஜிபே today has reached everywhere. ஈவன் அமெரிக்கா விட ஜெர்மனி விட இது எந்த கண்ட்ரியை விட ஹையஸ்ட் இன்னைக்கு வந்து யூபிஐயில் வந்து எலக்ட்ரானிக் மணி ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் ஹேப்பனிங் இஸ் ஒன்லி இன் திஸ் கண்ட்ரி. This is going to lead to the next revolution, which is going to be electronic credit. This electronic credit is really going to change in a fundamentally the way in which we conduct business, because no longer நம்ம பேங்க்ல போய் நீட்னு அந்த இதெல்லாம் பண்ண தேவையில்ல. எல்லா இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் எல்லாமே அவங்ககிட்ட அவைலபிளாக இருக்கும். நீங்கள் ஃபீடு பண்ணிங்கன்னா அங்கேயே லோன் அப்ரூவ் ஆகி அங்கேயே கொடுத்துருவாங்க. அந்த அளவுக்கு இஸ் கோயிங் டு ஹேப்பன். இட்ஸ் ஆல்ரெடி ஹேப்பனிங் இன் அ ஸ்மால் வே, பட் we are going to see a much larger version of that in the coming years. Money is going to be available to the person who is conducting himself. இன்னைக்கு அமெரிக்காவில் சொல்கிறாங்களே, நான் வந்து அந்த கிரெடிட் கார்டு அந்த இதெல்லாம் பண்ணால் அவங்க கிரெடிட் ஸ்கோர்லாம் பண்ணி அவங்களுக்கு அதிக பணம் கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னு சொல்லி. சேம் திங் we are going to see here in a much larger way. That is the second revolution. Third revolution is going to be that ONDC ன்னு சொல்லி ஒரு புது கான்செப்ட் வரப்போகுது. அது வந்து ஓப்பன் நெட்வொர்க் டிஜிட்டல் காமர்ஸ். இந்த ஓப்பன் நெட்வொர்க் டிஜிட்டல் காமர்ஸ் வரும்போது அந்தந்த நம்ம ப்ராடக்ட் பண்ணுறதை இனிமேல் அமேசானில் தான் போய் விற்கணும், ஃப்ளிப்கார்ட்டில் தான் போய் விற்கணும்ல, நம்மளே விற்க முடியும். அந்த 3 ரெவல்யூஷனும் சேர்ந்து இஸ் ரியலி கோயிங் டு டேக் இந்தியா ஃபார்வர்ட் இன் அ பிக் வே. அண்ட் தட்ஸ் வாட் இஸ் தி வாட் யூ கால் தி opportunity in front of us. India is the youngest country, most mobile connected country, data cheapest in the world. உங்களுக்கு வந்து aspirational country. All this is all put together உங்களுக்கு வந்து is a tremendous opportunity டைமில் இருக்கும். But having said that, there are other challenges கூடவே தான் வரும். நம்ம வந்து முள்ளில்லாத ரோஜா வேணும்னா நமக்கு வந்து பிளாஸ்டிக் ரோஜா தான் கிடைக்கும். ரோஜா வேணும்னா முள்ளோட தான் வரும். So we will get all this plus point with the politicians. Okay, that's how life is. We have to take that and move forward. What inspired me to start Natural Salon? It's not my business, it's my wife Veena's business. I always used to say Veena's refusal to continue as a housewife was the beginning of the brand Naturals. Veena could have easily stayed home and glorified herself as a homemaker, or she could have sought a job. She was very particular. She said, I want to become an entrepreneur. One of the biggest challenge every entrepreneur faces in the beginning is to identify what to do. Irritation is the biggest source of energy. If you are irritated about something, look them over very carefully. There lies an opportunity. We were irritated about a lack of a good quality affordable salon way back in 2000. Those times good quality salon was available only in 5-star hotels, which were intimidating and unaffordable. On the other end of the spectrum, we had the local beauty parlors and barber shops whose hygiene standards and quality of the people were very poor, to say the least. We as a customer, we could not fit into both. We thought there is a need for a good quality affordable salon. What problem are you solving? I'll go back. That is the answer. So that is the problem we have identified. What is the solution for the problem? Organized beauty salon. Unisex organized beauty salon. That is the idea we came out with. Then plan on paper. One of the biggest challenge every first generation entrepreneur is to identify what to do. Second challenge is what you call, where do you find the skill? Veena is not a beautician, she is not a hairdresser, she is not a makeup artist. And my knowledge of beauty is even poor. I thought manicure is for feet and pedicure is for hand. With such poor knowledge of beauty, we hired somebody who was heading the Taj Salon, and she in turn hired the rest of the people, and we started that. One of the biggest myths is you should understand the business to get into the business. No, you should not know the business. If you don't know the business, there is no rules applicable for you. You can redefine your own rules. If you know the business, you cannot disrupt the business. You can only make incremental improvement. People who are only a Steve Jobs can disrupt the phone industry. A Nokia, which is the original owner of the mobile phone, cannot disrupt that telephone industry. It requires a Steve Jobs to come and disrupt it. So likewise, people who are coming from other industry, they will come with a clean slate. We saw the business very differently. Everybody looked at it as a salon business. We saw it as a franchising business. That's the different lens with which you look at an opportunity. And that is how we looked at it, and that is the second. Third and the most important challenge every first generation entrepreneur faces is, where do I find the money? I favorably call the 3 Fs, which is the friends, family and fools. I collected the money from the 3 Fs, put them together, started the salon with the hope that Veena is going to become self-employed and we are going to make 60,000 rupees a month. I was half right. Veena became self-employed. But 60,000 rupees is not happening. In life and business, first 3 years are very difficult and the next 3 years are difficult. First year I made a business of 20 lakh and made a loss of 10 lakh. Second year I made a business of 30 lakh and made a loss of 5 lakh. Third year I made a business of 40 lakh and made a loss of 2 lakh. All my well-wishers told me that you are not lucky, you don't have a B positive blood group, join your brothers, blah, 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 they started saying. I said, no, I define luck very differently. L-U-C-K, laboring under correct knowledge. If you labor under correct knowledge, invariably you are going to be successful. And that's exactly what has happened in the fourth year. I started making that 50,000 rupees, opened my second salon, started making 1 lakh, and then started making 2 lakh. More than 2 lakh, money lost its charm because there is no legal way to spend more than 2 lakhs in this country. So I said, then I wanted to make Naturals as the #1 salon chain in Chennai. Somebody had 5 salons. That means I should have 6 salons. I went and met an auditor, prepared a project report, went to the bankers and told them I want a loan. I had a property in Anna Nagar, women entrepreneur scheme, 3 profit making, experience, everything is in our favor. And I went and met the banker and told I want a 60 lakh loan to start next 3 salons. Bankers looked at the project and they told that beauty parlor means 3 lakh should be the project cost. 2 lakh is what the bank will fund and 1 lakh is what you are supposed to bring. Anything more means this business is unviable, I will not fund it. And that's what every banker, 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. Finally, the 54th banker said yes. And he said yes for foolish reason. And he said, I like the husband and wife doing the business together, that means you will repay. I said, whatever you want to say, you say, give my money. I collected them. I have one very favorite one. I am a Jack Canfield student. Jack Canfield is the guy who wrote the book called The Chicken Soup for the Soul. In one of the chapters in the success principle, he will talk about SW, 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 SW. It means some will, some won't, so what, someone's waiting. So if you keep on knocking the door, it has to invariably open. And that's exactly what has happened when the banker the 54th banker said yes to us and gave us the money. With that money collected, we opened that next 3 salons. With the money came in and we made Naturals as a 6th salon in 6 years. And that's what at the beginning of the journey. Rest is called history. We are now at 700 plus salons, employing more than 12,000 people directly, 400 plus financially independent women entrepreneurs, and completely redefined this industry at this point of time. And that's where Naturals is reached, but we still pride ourselves as a Southern wonder. The opportunity and the mandate is to make it national wonder and to make Naturals as the #1 salon chain of the world. And that's the goal we are pursuing at this point of time. So thank you, and thank you for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much for your informative and inspiring speech, sir. May I now invite Srimati Rama Venugopal, Chairman, Quality System and Productivity Subcommittee of the Chamber, to present a memento to the speaker, please. Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving on to the session 4. Customer ecstasy is a new normal. Even if